The Knicks have had a pretty good free agency. They managed to upgrade at point guard with Jalen Brunson, they re-signed Mitchell Robinson to a 4-year deal, and they managed to pick up a nice backup center in Isaiah Hartenstein. But it's unclear at this point what the starting lineup for next season is going to be, so in this video, we're going to look at 5 potential starting lineups for the Knicks for next season. But before we continue, I'm trying to hit 10,000 subscribers by the end of the year, so please, if you enjoyed the content, please like the video and hit that subscribe button. Now let's get started. Lineup 1 will be Jalen Brunson, Quentin Grimes, RJ Barrett, Julius Randle, and Mitchell Robinson. Now you may have noticed that I chose to start Quentin Grimes over Evan Fournier at the starting shooting guard spot. Now Evan Fournier in a vacuum is a better player than Quentin Grimes, but I like Grimes' fit next to Jalen Brunson in the starting backcourt a lot better. Fournier is a good offensive player, but he's a pretty poor defender. Grimes, on the other hand, is an excellent on-ball defender that can guard multiple positions. With Grimes in the starting lineup, he can guard the toughest matchup in the other team's backcourt. And Grimes may not be as good of a shooter as Fournier, but he's a gunner. He hit 38% of his threes on 4 attempts a game his rookie year. With Quentin Grimes in there, the backcourt defense is so much better, and we still have RJ in there who's a good defender, and Mitchell Robinson who's protecting the rim. And with Jalen Brunson, RJ Barrett, and Julius Randle, this lineup has 3 legit shot creators. I think this first lineup gives the Knicks the best combination of offense and defense. Lineup 2 will be Jalen Brunson, RJ Barrett, Cam Reddish, Julius Randle, and Mitchell Robinson. With this lineup, you probably noticed I decided to make Cam Reddish a starter. I think Cam Reddish has a lot of potential on both ends of the floor. He's got a great physical profile for a small forward at 6'8" with a long 7'1" wingspan. With his athleticism, there's no reason Cam shouldn't turn into a great defender. On offense, he possesses the ability to handle the ball, attack the rim, and shoot from the outside. He showed plenty of flashes of being a good scorer in Atlanta, but he was wildly inconsistent. Headed into a big 4th year, it's time for Cam Reddish to finally put it all together and have a breakout season. I still believe Cam Reddish has a high upside, and Cam has said himself that he believes he could be a legit star. Overall, I think Reddish is a big X factor for the Knicks this season. If he breaks out and becomes a great two-way player, that's huge for this team. Putting Cam in the starting lineup could do wonders for his confidence, but it's up to him to prove to Coach Tibbs that he deserves to be a starter. Lineup 3 is Jalen Brunson, RJ Barrett, Cam Reddish, Obi Toppin, and Mitchell Robinson. In this lineup, I decided to start both Cam Reddish and Obi Toppin. With Randle out, who likes to play more in the half court, this lineup is much younger and more athletic. Jalen Brunson is a speedy point guard with the ability to push the ball up the floor, and players like RJ Barrett and Obi Toppin love to run the floor for fast break dunks. If this lineup gets after it defensively and forces plenty of turnovers, they could get plenty of chances to score in transition. Lineup 4 is Jalen Brunson, Evan Fournier, RJ Barrett, Julius Randle, and Isaiah Hartenstein. With this lineup, the Knicks are putting out the best shooting lineup. Evan Fournier is the best 3-point shooter on the team. He hit 39% of his threes on a very high volume 8 attempts per game, and he broke the Knicks record for most 3-pointers made in a season. He can get hot at any given moment. In order to improve the floor spacing, I also put in Isaiah Hartenstein. Hartenstein isn't necessarily a stretch 5, but he did shoot 46% of his threes last season, but it was on less than 1 attempt a game. But Hartenstein has said that he would like to shoot more threes. This lineup allows the Knicks to play 5 out on offense, which would make the offense very deadly. Now more driving lanes have opened up for Jalen Brunson and RJ Barrett, and if somebody helps out, they can kick the ball out to an open 3-point shooter. Hartenstein's passing ability will also create scoring opportunities for the Knicks. He's one of the most underrated passing bigs in the league, with the ability to find cutters and shooters out of the high post. He had the 6th highest assist to pass ratio among centers last season. This lineup is possibly the best offensive lineup the Knicks can put on the floor next year. Lineup 5 will be Jalen Brunson, Evan Fournier, RJ Barrett, Julius Randle, and Mitchell Robinson. Ultimately, I think these guys will be the starters. Although I would prefer to start either Grimes or Cam, Evan is better than those two, and Thibodeau started him over them last season. Personally, I'd rather use Evan as a 6-man, but knowing Tibbs, I think Evan will end up the starter at the shooting guard spot. The success of this lineup will largely depend on Brunson, Randle, and RJ. How does Brunson handle his first year as a primary ball handler? Can RJ Barrett make a leap in his 4th season? Can Julius Randle regain his All-NBA form? If those 3 play to their best, then this lineup has potential to be very good. Anyway guys, that's going to be the end of the video. Tell me in the comments what you think the Knicks starting lineup should be opening night. Make sure to like the video and subscribe, and click this video to see all of my grades for the moves the Knicks have made this offseason.